Hello friends, family, and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a best of 3 between two fantastic Korean StarCraft 2 players. In the bottom right, spawning as our blue Zerg, it's going to be Solar. And in the top left, as our red Terran player, it's opening up without a gas over here. It is Gumiho. So that means one or two things. And there's no CC first, so that means we have a proxy. Triple barracks proxy out on the map. The only two builds that really make sense without a gas are, of course, either some type of proxy racks, whether that's 2 racks proxy or 3 racks proxy or even a 4 racks proxy, or the command center first. At the moment you don't see the CC on the low ground, you know what's up as the observer. Of course, for Solar, this isn't quite as clear quite yet, practically because he hasn't seen the lack of a command center yet. That's a big tell. Let me give you that piece of information. Those words of wisdom. That it's fairly important to get that scout off. Depot goes down over here. We have the orbital starting as well. Marines on the way. And the question is he going to be saving up some Marines, or is he just going to straight up move in over here? It's going to be a 21st drone, so you don't want to show your Marine yet. Okay, yeah. So you don't want to show your Marine before 150, because that's when this drone gets built. And otherwise Zerg can save it, or maybe get a faster Overlord and, get one extra set of links out. So nice little move here by Gumiho. Just a little technical thing there. Just waiting 2 extra seconds. And it can help quite a bit, 2 links in this type of defense could be huge. We see that he continues building here with the SCV. That's gonna lose that SCV, but finished quite a bit of health on the bunker as well. Drones now moving back as the first 2 links are out. Trying to move around. Okay, this bunker is gonna finish. This bunker will complete. As these drones get the surround, but not quite. As the drone that closed the surround there gets taken out. This is some good control here coming out of Gumiho. As he continues microing back, 9-10 drones will fall. And this bunker is up as well. Links, absolutely non-existent right now. 2 queens are out, but it's 12 drones against 19 SCVs. At this point, it almost feels like Gumiho can just pull the boys and win the game. Or can just go into a macro game and take a 3rd CC, because let's face it, there's just not that much. Manages to salvage this as well. First queen is already down. Second queen on the way to heaven as well. WW gets called. And that is also known as a GG, as Gumiho takes game number 1 in this best of 3 within 3 minutes and 10 seconds. WW, of course, is the location of where the G sound is in Korean. So in Korean, you have a letter that makes this noise, I believe. G. Maybe there's even a D in front of it. I'm not sure how to spell things phonetically. And that is on the location of the W. So often when they play Korean versus Korean, you'll see the WW because their keyboard will be set on the English language, and they just want to type GG in Korean. This happens fairly frequently, actually true. So just some background information for you non-Korean weeaboos, Koreaboos, whatever you call them. Ooh, it's gonna be double racks, at least double racks. Still possibility of a 3rd racks, although somewhat unlikely. Gumiho is not really a triple racks Reaper kind of guy, You really have to be a different type of person to play 3 racks Reaper. I don't want to say you're a bad person necessarily if you play 3 racks Reaper, but I would not be wanting to spend my Christmas or my New Year's Eve with you. There's just something sinister about 3 racks Reaper. I don't know what it is. People, it's always wankers that do it. It's never, never just a regular guy. Was having a blast, couple of beer, plays 3 racks Reaper. You have these sweaty tryhards that play the 3 racks Reaper. There's too much effort for it to be a real cheese, but it's also not enough effort for it to be an actual macro game, It kind of hits right in between. So I'm not a fan of it. I really am not a fan of it. 3 racks Reaper. 2 racks Reaper I can respect, however. This is just a standard opener at this point. Absolutely. Once again, we see Solar here. Look at that. That's that drone that I was talking about in the last game. So you build that drone because you're going to move into a supply block here. You're going to get a drone Overlord right now. Overlord in the main, drone in the natural. That's the standard at least. Or maybe, actually, I guess a 6th link. That is not entirely standard, but it's kind of cool here because he is playing against a double racks Reaper. A little bit of added safety against these early Reapers. You hide the drone, and then boom, you take the 3rd base. This is what is known as the Clash Opener. Different from what a lot of Zergs play in, for example, ZVP. which is the 30 hatch, which is a later third base, slightly worse economically, but faster speed, and does its better against Protoss. Oh my god, he gets the first Reaper. Gumiho out of this game, brother. Time to leave. You can play again in the new year. Well, technically, it's the new year already when this video goes live. That's the problem with recording videos a day or 2 days in advance, you know? I'm still in 2023, but when you guys are watching this, hopefully it's 2024 and we're still all alive. Do you remember how scary that was in, was it 2012? When the Mayan calendar ended? And in 2000, when we were all afraid of the Millennium Bug? Golden days. We haven't had one of these end of the world scares in quite a while, it feels like. At least not on a large scale. I feel like every year that you're gonna have one of these guys that says that the world is ending because Jesus told him in a dream, but we haven't had like a proper one, like a worldwide scare. We have the Millennium Bug. The Millennium Bug also sounds like an STD a little bit. What does he have? Oh, Millennium Bug. Don't want that. Don't want that. We're all gonna get the Millennium Bug. Oh no. How are we gonna stop it? You can't. Starport gets thrown down here. This is a... Oh, what the hell is this actually? This is a build order. That's what it is. So it's usually... So why I'm confused here, sorry. It's because we see this mine being produced. And usually you use the factory to produce a reactor. Because mine drops kind of suck against Zerg, to be honest. And the reason for that is very simple. Queens are good against medevacs and overlords give infinite vision. The reason why mine drops are very good against Protoss is because Protoss lacks vision in the first, well, 12 minutes of each game. Because building observers is very difficult. We don't have very good air occupants. We don't occupy the skies as well as Zerg does in the early game. And thus, mine drops tend to be very good. Against Zerg, however, marine drops are very good because marines trade well against links because they're melee units with very low HP. Also, marine drops often allow you to clear overlords, which then in the future might allow you to come in with a cheeky little surprise. This type of play almost never really works. It's going to be a Hellbat follow-up over here, so now we see the reactor, and he's going to be producing Hellions 2 at a time out of this factory. This is really, really all in here. Like, this is seriously all in. And on top of that, it's also going to reveal the fact that there is an armory. Because these mines, if you're not aware, mines have 2 phases or 2 stages in the game, really. Pre-armory and post-armory. If there's no armory out after the mine shoots, it becomes visible without a detector needing to be around. However, once the armory finishes, these mines, they get a little red laser coming out of their head, which is a weird thing to happen to you. Like one day you look in the mirror, it's not there. Next day it is there all of a sudden. Oh, Solar actually not really responding. There's a bunch of workers. Oh, 10 workers. That's way too much damage. Real poor response there. Doesn't know about the armory though. I wouldn't mind if he just pre-morphs a couple of Banes right now. Oh yeah, well. He's way ahead of me. He's way ahead of me. So despite this dealing a lot of damage and despite this being triple CC, do I like this position right now for Gumiho? Or do I like... Yeah, actually I do like it. it's very good. Yeah, no, this is fine. Usually I'm not a huge fan of these types of builds. I still don't think he's going to be capable of killing Solar. But, I mean, his upgrades are going to be significantly faster. Solar is at a god-awful worker count. This is just going to hit quite hard. I mean, this won't win. This absolutely won't win. There's too many Banes already. There's 9 Queens. Yeah, no shot, buddy. Absolutely. Look at the transfuse count as well. There's like, what, 6, 7 transfuses here? Just with pure Queen is going to be capable of holding. At the same time, mines here are being taken out. It's going to do nothing. And mine drops freaking suck, man. I don't know what to tell you. Absolutely god-awful unit. Really freaking terrible. Really freaking terrible. Now, Medevac here is boosting back home. As 3 more barracks do finish up, it's going to bring the total amount of barracks up to 5. Solar actually kind of okay. Doesn't have that much creep. Doesn't have a 5th base. It's keeping the minerals very, very low, which is impressive if you're playing Ling Bay. People underestimate that, but it's really difficult to continuously be spending your cash when you're playing just Ling Bay because it's so larva intense. Oh my god, he uses the 1 link to block the supply depot from raising and then says, hey, do I want to run in? Sees the Hellbats, is like, Perhaps I'll skip out on this privilege, on this honor, and I'm just gonna run back home. He has just built a bunch of workers as well, which is important. So he needs to go up to that title word count, 83. Kind of need a 5th base at this point as well. But Gumiho just completely forgetting to control his units there for a second and a half. Loses about 15 supply to 4 Banes. Not really what you want. So easy to criticize, and so easy as well to see the difference between someone like Bian and Clem and Maru versus someone like Gumiho. Like it's just a little bit slower. I'm not saying that Gumiho is a terrible player. I'm just saying that he tends to look a little bit slower than some of the other top Terrans. And those are the situations, you know, when it can really matter. This controller, this is a real nice controller. Nice pickup. Mine doesn't get a connection. At the same time, this drop on the bottom side is going to get cleared. Yeah, I think Solar is just a little bit too fast here, to be honest. It's going to be 8 barracks, pre-4 CC. These will turn into tech labs. So this is not... Very often when we talk about, for example, an 8-rack build, we're talking about a pure marine tank type of thing with no 4 CC or an extremely delayed CC. That's not the case here. Here, what's just going to happen is that Gumiho wants 6, 7, 8 Marauders with a 2-2 timing. That's what he wants, okay? And he's gonna get it as well. Although I'm afraid that he's going to hit too early with a unit count that is too low and he's gonna lose all of his mines before he can really try to do any serious damage. I really do believe that his main timing should be kind of around that 2-2 finishing, because he's going to have an upgrade lead there and he should be aware of the fact that he's going to have an upgrade lead. There's a bunch of Marines still at home. First Marauders are coming out right now. Mine count down to 2. Yeah, that sucks. Marauders and Mines together are very powerful. They're so good against Banes. They're pretty decent against Lynx. Not great, but very, very good against Banes. Hydra count needs to grow here a little bit. Yeah, we see a lot of Hydras. I like that. Once the Marauders start being added in, I think Hydras really are a powerful, powerful fighting unit. Against pure Marine, not as much, but against higher Marauder counts, yes, sir. Get me some of those in there. About 13 Marines here, moving towards the top side. There's no creep spread here, but already a little bit of a pre-split coming out of Solar. 2-2 finishes up, and this is the timing. This is exactly the moment where Gumiho wants to strike. You want to strike when the iron is hot, and right now it's as hot as it's going to get, let me tell you that much. Solar wants to put it in the fridge. See if Gumiho's gonna allow that. Seems like Solar is well set up here. Hive on the way, he's gonna push this back. This is solid defending, honestly. Really, really nice. It looks so simple when Solar does it as well, but his pre-splits have been correct every single time. Made even harder by the fact that he doesn't really have significant amount of creep, you know? He really doesn't. He has awful creep, let's face it. Couple of Banes here, gonna get sniped. This is a significant army. Once again, good split here. Not enough Banes quite yet, though. Hydras, oh my god, Banelings do connect with a portion of these Marines. Hydra's now moving back. Banelings are about to finish up. That's going to push this away. There's still this army on the bottom side, and there's no units here whatsoever coming out of Solar. Solar thought he could clear that army. As a result, he's going to lose this 5th base. And for well, what is it, like 10, 12 seconds, he's out of position. This is what happens. 10, 12 workers go down, and you lose that base. This is awful. This is really freaking bad here right now for Solar. He's not in a good position at all. He's in a terrible position here. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This was not a good move. I don't quite understand why he decided to give up on the split. He's going to lose a lot of these units, and oh, well, yeah, Banes are going to get connections. We still have this double drop active on the map. There is an opportunity, though, right now. There is an opportunity with Seismic Spines finishing up, with the Lurker then being done, where if we take a look at the actual army of Gumiho, he's not very well set up to deal with potential Lurkers, is he now? Hell, he's not even that well set up to deal with a pure Hydra Bane attack. Ooh, split-offs. Yeah, that's a big hit. 16 drones have gone down. It feels to me like Solar right now needs to morph 7, 8 Lurkers. Yep, yes, sir. And move across the map. and then hope that his opponent doesn't have units out on the map. Because the moment there are units out on the map, you can't really move across as the lurker player, right? It's just not possible. So what Solar wants here is a big fight. Solar wants to push this back. Says, hey, face off from my side of the map. This is the end of that. And now he wants to push. This is the timing for him to go. He needs to have units on the bottom side as well, though. So this is what I'm talking about. When there's units on the map, Solar can't move out. Oh, wait, there's no Medifex here. Wait, what? Second stim here gets used. It cancels the hatch, but this is going to get pushed back a serious amount. We have lurkers on the top side for now. Oh, no. Oh, good scan. Good lord, mate. Scared the crap out of me. A couple more lurkers here coming up on the bottom side as Marauders are just being rallied forward. This army's gonna get caught as Solar once again gives up his position temporarily. Double parasitic bomb. I think that abducts might have been better there. Hydra count was sufficient to deal with that. Lurkers moving forward just a tiny tad. These Medivacs won't die. This army perhaps in trouble, perhaps not in trouble. And Solar still only on 71 workers. Gumiho is absolutely on it. I'd love to see a Ghost Academy though, or just some Liberator production. This is gonna get pushed back a little bit, but these Marauders are trading fine-ish. Oh, the Medivacs are dying as well. Nah, this is absolutely okay. Lurkers move forward. Do we have enough scans? Wait, how many barracks? 12 barracks? This is not common at all. This is an insane style. He's just playing pure bio here. I was wondering where the transition is. He doesn't want to transition. That could be a mistake. Medevac count is only at 5. There's 16 Marines here in 2 of these Medevacs. If they end up dying, that would be awful. GG. No way. No way. Oh my god. Why, Gumiho? Why would you do that to me? 12 barracks Marine Marauder. I didn't even realize he was playing that, but that's an insane style. Now, why is that insane? It's because bio units genuinely suck against late game Zerg. Like, this might work against Protoss, although even against TOS, you're gonna need to mix in a couple of Ghosts and actually Vikings and eventually Libs as well. But this was so sick. No? I mean, to me, this looked really like a little bit ridiculous. He was in such a good spot, had better eco than his opponent, had the ability to transition at any point, could have had a second starport. Even if you're just adding in Liberators, that already packs a serious punch, and it gives you some safety against these hard transitions. Because this was such a last-ditch effort here out of Solar. Like, his eco was absolute balls. He had such bad eco. He had no creep. He had nothing. He manages to push his opponent back and send lurkers across the map. I mean, that's just not allowed. Not at this level. 12 barracks. You have been cancelled. Alright? Cancel culture is real, and it just hit Gumiho's 12 barracks play. I hate to see it. Absolutely hate to see it. CC here is going to get thrown down without a scout. The thing with Solar is Solar's not a pool first player, you know? There's 2 things that Solar hates. That's pool first and proxy Rex, because he doesn't ever play pool first, so he tends to die against a proxy Rex every now and again. Reaper coming out here. I wasn't a huge fan of the build, by the way, that Gumiho played in that last game, because he killed 10 workers for free with a double mine drop, and then he still kind of was in an even spot. I guess he managed to clear a lot of creep. I'm not sure if that's enough. Like, if you kill 10 workers for free with a mine drop against Zerg, and then you don't win the game or you don't get a serious lead. Like, imagine how bad it would be if you don't get those kills. And you really shouldn't be getting those kills, is what I'm trying to say here, right? Like, that's not a viable game plan, or at least I don't think it is. I was diving pretty deep here. Oh, a misclick there. Could have definitely gotten a link. Ugh. Poor control. Poor Gumiho. Poor Gumiho. Oh, no second gas though. Forgot about his command center for, for about 200 minerals. That was orbital a little bit as well. It's gonna take out this Overlord. Nice play. Double OVs on the way right now for Solar. Who was seriously supply blocked as well. Look at the larva count, it's painful. 2 larva in the natural, waiting to be turned into drones. Oh, Reaper's gonna pop on in as well. That's, ooh, can he get that? No, he can't. Solar with some quick responses there. Still, I'll lose one though. Reaper will stay alive. Can move towards the low ground. Metabolic boost gonna finish up, but it will be too late. I wonder if there's any purpose here as a Zerg. Oh, he already mined this actually. I was gonna say just mining these minerals earlier so that the Reaper can't escape there. I think that's a good call. I think that's a very good call actually. I love that. Huh. That's a cute move. Oh. You know, a cute marine tuck here in the little corner. Loses a mule. I don't actually know how far that was in. It was about halfway. These marines now in semi-trouble. So half a mule, 1 marine for 6 links. Huh. That's interesting. Solar here taking some risk, by the way. He hasn't reproduced those links quite yet. If those cars would have gone across the map and drove by instantly, they maybe could have gotten some damage. Now it's probably going to be too late. Look at this, though. Look at this. Yeah, if they would have done this instantly, this could have been big. Even now, gonna force a pull away. He's gonna get 2 or 3 drone kills. That's really not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. That's... He denied a lot of mining. He really did deny a lot of mining. Spore on the way for Solar. Solar hasn't seen the fact that this is a triple CC. There are other clues, though, that can give you that information. So, if you're playing double CC, you need faster depots. And often these depots get built in the wall because you want a wall as well when you're playing double CC. And because there are no depots in the wall, because you get a burst of supply from this command center, you can often tell that it's triple CC. But then some Terran players have started hiding their first depots in the main when they are playing a 2CC build. So it's like, you know, how much can you tell by the fact that there's no wall? But very often you can actually, because there's not many Terrans that do fake it. I only know of 2. I won't name their names, because they might not want to be revealed, but yeah, something fun to check for. Something also that very often people don't notice is that like that type of like the small types of information. It's like, hey, there's no depot in the wall at this timing. That probably means it's triple CC, and that means you can get these spores at maybe 4 minutes and 45 or 4 minutes and 50 seconds instead of 4 minutes and 25 seconds, which is the timing you need against a double CC, double gas overlay. So, different responses out of the Zergs. If you ever see like a Banshee deal a lot of damage, and it was of a 2 base 2 gas, ask yourself, where was the first depot? And did that get spotted? Or well, the first depot, the third depot, because the first 2 depots will always be in the wall 90% of the time. Unless you start with low ground. Oh man, this is not about walls for a long time now. Move on. Move on with our life here. Lair, double upgrades. This is very Solar-esque. Quick upgrades pre-lair. There's not many people that like playing like this. Well, there are many people that like playing like this. There's not many people that manage to survive as consistently as Solar does while playing this. Like, I also would love to open up with double forge after 2 gates every single game. And then be up and upgrade for the rest of the game. Like that sounds like a good scenario to me. But whenever I try to do that, I die. And I think it's similar for a lot of Zerg players. This was a good scan. He had a lot of creep. Solar's not defending it at all. It's not built any Banes yet either. It's now morphing them. Just now, though, Liberator sieging up here in the net. Needs to unsiege as the Spore is moving in forward. Not unsieging it. Gonna lose that Liberator for no real reason. That's silly. 6 drones have gone down. Yeah, 1 medevac fell as well over here. As 8 Marines will end up getting picked up. Those are 1-1 Marines with combat shield. Worker count pretty close. I like the spot that Gumiho is in. I really do. I think it's a good spot. He's maneuvered himself once more into, honestly, a fairly standard mid-game, but slightly up in upgrades. Solid macro behind all of this. Solar is struggling with money spending. I don't think Gumiho can drop over here. No, he can't. Absolutely cannot. 5 barracks. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1 factory. Yes, sir. And a starport. Yes, sir. 4 CC halfway done as well here. Siege is up the tank. Neat little scan there. Look at these positions on the tanks. He's not planning on pushing, is he? He's just holding the spot. Then he has one Marine up here, so he knows about every possible run by that could be out on the map. I'm not sure if he spotted it, though. His Marine definitely saw it. I'm not sure if yeah, okay, Gumiho's aware. Yeah. Very aware indeed. Okay, cool. I hope this CC actually moves towards the left side. I feel like that would help so much. Yeah. Just playing a very positional game of StarCraft 2 here. And if you continue denying this creep, and maybe even continue denying a little bit here, eventually you can make, once again, just a big 2-2 timing attack, which should be very scary, because it's going to hit, look at that, pre-Hive, pre-Viper. Yeah, there we go. And this is a risk-free move, okay? He's got his insurance here. This is his insurance. This is his insurance. This is his insurance. Like, he can't, it's impossible to lose a fight here, because he can just run away. You can't lose a fight if you don't engage in one. It's a good advice for real life as well. The Forrest Gump way, basically. Someone threatens you, you run. Nothing you can do. That's why I always wear running shoes, just in case. I always come prepared to run away from a fight. Look at this guy. This guy is SimCity. I don't play StarCraft anymore. Like, this is 2024. Playing SimCity now, baby. Look at this crawling with the tanks. What is this? These are sick positions. I'm not sure if they're good, but they look good, you know? I'm not sure if it is solid, but it feels like it probably is good. Yeah, I like this. There we go. Big hits, big hits, big hits. Ooh, sheesh. What are you gonna do? Run in a couple of Banes here? Oh, you actually did. Oh. I guess the answer is yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna freaking run in some Banes in there. Drop on the right side is gonna take out this hatchery. He's not pushing though, so he's set up this position, and all good things come to an end, and so will this weird hole on the map. As Vipers are about to pop, and that should be the end of these spots, because they're not covered by anything, right? That means that abducts are just going to be fairly effective against it. Queens here on the edge. This is a sick Liberator spot, by the way. These new maps, well, they're not really new anymore, but these maps, they have some really crazy Liberator spots. For example, in Side Delta, they can deny like 4 of your bases, and you need to have air units in order to deal with it. This one you also need an air unit. It's absolutely maddening. I hate it. I hate all of you. +2 vehicle weapons. 2 more starports. What the hell is this? Playing mass fighting? Isn't building a ghost academy here, which is... Let's call it interesting for now. I don't really like it, but let's say it's an interesting move. Planetary, this is in trouble, isn't it? This is a planetary that looks to be in trouble to me. Look at that blinding light, it literally covers everything. Okay, planetary dies. There's so many command centers going up though. This shouldn't be the end of the world. We have advanced ballistics on the way. We have a Nidus network and double overseers now flying in with speed. You might as well tell your opponent that your Nidus network just finished, because this is as obvious as they come. You know, it's so crazy. It's always, look at it, he's just stimming back over, like, oh no, that's an overseer, guys. So I was thinking about this. It's like, you should just fly in with 2 overseers at some point with speed, like 11 minutes in the game, and at the same time you're pushing at the front, because you know the attention is going to be going to these overseers. Like, you freaking pre-stimmed. What's that, like 20 supply? Just back home. I guess investing the Nidus network also is, you know, it's a fine thing to do. 2 Vikings now on the way. The Nidus goes up in the net. There are a couple of ghosts out. Is it the first 2? It might be. This is a big fight, by the way. Queen's moving in. Something we don't see every day. Don't target fire all those tanks, just shooting queens. Not what you want usually. Solar running out of steam a little bit here. Gumiho running out of command centers to throw towards the right side. This is a cute wall. I like that. This is never gonna get breached. Unbreachable. Vikings being produced. 2 at a time. We can leave have 3 star cores. Yeah, we do have 3 star cores. Not being used right now. SCV's tanking a hit. Feels like Gumiho just lost a massive fight. But I didn't even really see the fight happen. Feels like he's just losing units consistently for like the past 35 seconds. And now all of a sudden his supply is non-existent. Solar's actually just pushing in here. That shouldn't really be possible. Oh, sorry for that. He's actually just playing a very Zergy style here. He's just sending in units, building a Nidus network on the left side. I don't know what this is for. I think it is useless. Might scare his opponent. You know, the Nidus noise. Yeah. Five Liberators in production. I like that part, but I don't like how little cash there's in the bank right now for Gumiho. I also don't like how big this army looks for Solar, and I also don't like this setup. Ghost in the front, not really being microed. Stim gets utilized. Ooh, one ghost gets picked up there. That was nice. That was neat. I mean, I just don't understand these fights sometimes. It feels like every now and again you'll watch a Terran just get blasted, and the other time the Terran just absolutely wins. Because not having these lips quite yet in position, still all being produced doesn't help. He's down 50 supply, but it feels like this game is it's kind of over. No? We have 7 orbital commands. There is 1 command center that hasn't morphed into anything yet. Get a scan. This is a desperation scan. It's like, wait, do you have this base? Yeah, you have that base. Okay, that might be an issue. He's gonna lose this orbital. He isn't aware of this base, by the way. Like one of Gumiho's bases is actively being mined right now. That is a serious issue if we ever get into a serious late game. Which, right now, doesn't look like we're heading there because Gumiho is stuck on 3 bases, 2 of which are empty. Here comes another attack. No Vipers nearby. Liberator siege up as Ghosts are being picked up. Okay, GG is just gonna get called here. Solar wins the 3rd game relatively easily. It really felt like he should have lost this series 2-0 though. If Gumiho had built Liberators or Ghost in that 2nd game, I think he has it, but he didn't do that, and thus he didn't have it. And that, my dear friends, is going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Bye bye.